Hey guys, so happy Wednesday. I hope you guys have been doing well. Hope you guys like my setup, little ambiance. Love fall, and so I love candles and of course Jay Ramsey. Um, but anyways, guys, I wanted to kind of do like a Wednesday wrap up every week, I'm hoping, and it's just going to be kind of like weekly wins or weekly woes or like kind of what goes on during the week. Some things that, I mean, if it was an awesome weekend, everything was good, then that's great. I'll talk about that. If I had any fails, definitely talk about that too, just kind of through the week, just to give you guys kind of an update on what's going on. So, this week, which will extend from like Wednesday of last week to Wednesday of this week, several things happened. Definitely had some wins, definitely had a couple of woes. So, talk about those and kind of work through that. One of the wins or whatnot were just going to be honest with you guys. I've been honest with you from the beginning. I do some rather weird things to save money and that sort of thing. And so I know some of you guys can appreciate that. I know some of you guys are probably going to think I'm completely crazy, and that's okay too. But I do want to share this with you guys just in case it inspires you or anything like that. So, I've learned a long time ago. I used to go to the car wash a long time ago, very often, regularly, like every week, every 2 weeks, to wash our vehicles. And I did it where we live prior to moving here also because we were in an apartment and did not have access to like a water hose or anything like that. So with that being said, what I've noticed is a lot of people, when they're cleaning out their car, they like throw random change, like if it's dirty money or like pennies or whatever, they'll just throw it around. Well, I've made this habit of everywhere I go, actually picking up coins no matter where I am, what it is, if it's on head tails, like I just pick it up no matter what. So in doing so, I thought to myself, you know what? It's Sunday. They usually, from my experience, the people that like own it or whatnot, they usually clean up on Mondays. So if you go on Sunday, usually it's just kind of like a mess and people have left stuff. Anyways, you have the best opportunity of finding random change. So I was driving back from the gym and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stop here and see. It's Sunday and I don't need to go to the car wash, but it's on my way, so let me just check and see what they have. So I went around and, funny story to that, I'll try to make it short for you guys, but I ended up finding 86 cents, just random change, just thrown everywhere, just people left, didn't care about. That's 86 cents, which is awesome. I know you guys, I know it's 86 cents. I know it's not like a ton of money, but it's 86 cents that I got for doing exactly what I would do anyways. And it took me like 5 minutes to pick that up. So if you average that out, it's like over $45 an hour just for picking up loose change. So I'm pretty excited about that. Anyways, took it home, put peroxide on it. But I was walking around this is a weird moment. So I was walking around the car wash and I was, looking on the ground and stuff like that, looking for change. And there was this gentleman in this van, kind of a creepy van, to be honest with you guys. And he was just kind of sitting there doing nothing or whatever. And so I walked around the first time, looking for change, didn't see anything, but I said I was going to walk around again to make sure I didn't miss anything. So I walked around the second time and he's like, ma'am, did you lose something? And I said, no. I said, I'm just looking for change. Well, I guess he thought I was like needing change. And he said, well, I have some loose change. And I was like, no, I'm just looking for like loose spare change. And he kind of looked at me and he said, well, what are you going to do with it? And I laughed and I was like, put it in my piggy bank. And he just gave me the most confused look ever. Which I almost appreciated because willing to do a little bit of anything and everything to get us to our goals. So anyways, guys, I know that's a little bit of a weird thing. Not that you guys have to do that, but I did want to share that with you because I felt like that was a win, finding 86 cents. It's the most I've ever found. Probably prior to that, I found maybe right under 50 cents at a time. But hey, you guys, it adds up. So I cleaned it up, put it in my piggy bank, and I'll be saving that money. So, anyways, there's a weird moment for you. And then for my birthday, I bought some Gymshark leggings, which are pretty expensive. I mean, I guess they're not like expensive in terms of comparatively to other like athletic name brand stuff or whatever. But I have been looking at them for a while, and they were $38. So I looked at everything, and they said to size down, and so I got a small. I'm truly a size medium. So I ended up getting a small, and you guys, they are tight. I mean, like, way too tight to be wearing in public. So I actually ended up selling them, and they come from, just a little backstory, they come from the UK. So like sending them back and putting them through customs would probably be pretty costly. So I sold them on Facebook for $35. So I only lost $3 in that transaction, which I felt like was just stupid tax, because I didn't really need them anyways, even though it was for my birthday, it was budgeted, it was something that I wanted. Just probably just God telling me you don't need it, so move on. So anyways, I felt like that was a win because I only had to pay $3 basically for stupid tax. Should not have to send it back to the UK to get another size. So there was that win. And let's see. So the last, well, not the last win, but I went to training this past week, and if you guys don't know, I don't know if I told you this or not, but I'm a banker, and we were, looking at like equity loans and things like that, and I was doing the calculations, and right now we have an interest rate of 4.5% for a mortgage, and I know that we can get better than that, and it's not anything to do with like a credit or anything like that. It's actually stellar, but when we did it, it was right at the point. There was like a peak right at the beginning of this year as to, everybody thought that mortgage rates were going to go through the roof. So it was like we bought it right in this spike of that, like nervousness or whatever happened with the market. So that's why our rate is so high. So I figured it out, and we have to have 20% equity in it. So all the calculations, and this is just a thought, it is a win because it is something we're going to do. But we're going to be able to save thousands of dollars and probably get it refinanced into a home equity loan where we don't have to pay any closing costs. And next year we'll be at the 20% mark to be able to do so. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's going to save us a ton of money. I'm probably going to end up putting it on a 7-year. And be honest with you guys, disclaimer, it is on a 30-year now. I know that is not on the day plan. We could have fit it in our budget for the 15-year, but with what my husband does and us moving as often as we have in the past, it made me, even with our emergency fund, nervous to not have that buffer, and I knew we were going to be paying it off so quickly anyways. So there's that for you guys. So let's see. Oh, and the other thing, we paid $8,000 towards, well, we didn't pay $8,000, but we've reached the $8,000 mark as far as our equity goes. Now this doesn't include what we put down. We put 5% down in the beginning. This includes $8,000 since we actually got the loan at the end of January all the way until now. Also, I've calculated today we have cash flowed roughly over $9,000 since January as well. So if you add that together, I think that's pretty good to be at this point now anyways. So you guys, on to the woes or whatever. So my husband's birthday was the 12th, and we have been trying to fix his gaming computer for a while, and it's almost like a bad used car, like we have a lemon or something. We have put so much money into it, trying to fix it. He's only used it for about 6 months, and it's just, we've tested it and bought parts and lost money, and it's just been a nightmare. So for his birthday, we got him a new gaming computer or whatever. So we didn't get to put as much on our equity for our home. So also on top of that, we have been, well, I say we, but I'm going to say I, because I'm more in control over like our spending and stuff. But I have overspent by like $117, and that is unacceptable. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what's happening. We haven't been using cash, and we have just been spending more than we really should have. So our personal money is a little bit out of whack. So for October, we are going to be mapping that down, going back to cash. Like, we have to do this. I have not been monthly grocery shopping, and I haven't been meal planning either. That has been a huge, huge fail on my part. I know what it takes to win, and just being human. I mean, I think I've just gotten a little bit lazy with it and a little bit lax since we have paid or gotten out of baby step 2. So that's kind of where we are with that. So that's definitely a fail on my part. Let's see. The other fail is going to be we have paid about a little bit over $200 in like home repairs. And it was our air conditioner. Like, we had a leak in our ceiling, but it was just from the condensation, but we didn't know. So we ended up having to pay for that. And it's not stupid tax, but I just feel like, I don't know. I called the air conditioner guy, and then he suggested the plumber. Plumber came out, fixed the air conditioner issue, so we ended up having to pay 2 different people for this first problem that we called about. So it's a little frustrating. So we definitely went over in that category, and that contributes to our overage as well. And we have not been funding our seeking funds like we have wanted to. But I did hear a recent podcast where Dave says if you can cash flow it during the month that whatever said item is occurs, then it's okay to not fund your sinking funds. Like, if you're going to cash flow it through the year. So anyways, that's kind of where we are with that. And so definitely fail at budget. I failed at meal planning, and a little bit of overspending. So it's kind of where we are. We did do some travel, so that definitely attributed to some of it as well. But yeah, that's kind of our wrap up. It's kind of where we are, and hopefully we can definitely do better next week. But I wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that's inspiring or helpful in some sort of way. And I just want to thank you again for watching, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you have any ideas for videos that you would like to see, please let me know about those as well, and I'll definitely get to those. And I hope you guys have an awesome rest of the week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!